Hi guys, this is Sai. I am the co-founder and CEO of a company called Innvendt Insights. We are based out of Chicago and Hyderabad, and I'm here in Japan to participate in City Tech Tokyo and meet the folks at Indian IT Association Japan and the Indo Japan Pulse. So at Innvendt, we started like 4 or 5 years ago now. We to be honest, like what started out as a project that we took up as a hobby, turns out the customer that we were working with as a one-off project started placing more and more orders for the same thing, and we were surprised, like why are they doing this? It was in the digital IoT space. I as an engineer have always been interested in building products from the ground up, be it software, hardware, or services. So this project interested me when my lead engineer said, let's build this small sensor that this oil and gas company in India is asking for. I was like, sure, it's a great name to have on the customer list. Let's build it. We built it. They started placing repeat orders, and we decided this is interesting. Let's look at more into it. And turns out the electrical industry, the sensor that we built is monitoring few of the electrical parameters, right? And the electrical industry in general, which was built 3 or 4 decades ago, has remained the same. It's the same analog transformer, same analog wiring. There is no data coming out of the electrical. There is no visibility into electrical. And me coming from a proper computer science background, having used the Apple computing, the smartphones, was flabbergasted at the state of this industry. There needs to be data coming out of this infrastructure, and we are building that for that industry. Okay. So first of all, I'm really glad. This is the day before I fly out to India, and I'm happy that the T-Hub folks and the Indian IT Association in Japan folks have us here. Already met a person who's selling software made in India to Japanese companies. I never thought I would meet a person like that. It happened. So I'm glad to be here. And this is exactly what we were looking for, right? Like to understand. So as a startup, we understand we come from this world of having this ideal product in our mind, and we assume everybody will take the product on day zero. It's not the case. Learned it the hard way. So we usually elsewhere in the world as well, we provide a pilot solution to our customers. They try it out for a few months. We only do paid pilots. They are okay to do that. They try it out for a few months, and then they scale it up. We want to understand how Japan as a country, adopts software, adopts SaaS solutions, especially with hardware involved in it. This is the mecca of creating electronics, so they know what they are doing, right? So we coming in from India and selling it to them. We want to understand how they look at companies like ours. And also, one thing that is really interesting for us in Japan, and this event in special, is to understand how this is mecca of manufacturing in a way, right? Like electronics, semiconductors, or like the companies here are into that. Whatever they do has become global benchmark across the world. Of course, other countries have taken over, but we want to understand from the people that who build the foundation of manufacturing, get their views on what we are building, and incorporate their feedback into what we are building, because fundamentals remain the same for manufacturing industry, and we want to learn that from local people here.
Hello, welcome to Indo-Japan Pulse. For the people who are coming here for the first time, we should share that Indo-Japan Pulse is a dedicated information hub which covers information related to the business, startup, students and life in Japan.
So today as a Indo-Japan Pulse, we are at IITAJ and we are into an event organized by Indian IT Association of Japan together with T-Hub. What they are doing here is they have invited around 9 startups to pitch in to various VCs from Japan and also organizations like Jetro. The major intention is to introduce Indian startups into Japan and try to explore certain connections, network and potential business possibilities. Indo-Japan Pulse has a dedicated section in its portal called Startup Gateway. Please watch it for all such details.
We will be talking to T-Hub representative in Japan, Vijay, and then we will be talking to Okui-san, who is representing Jetro here in this IITAJ event, and also we will be talking to 9 startup heads who have pitched here in Japan. We would also like to thank Anil Raj, who is founder president, and Jishnu, who is founder vice president, who are running this IITAJ organization as a whole, and everything is happening under this umbrella.